Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches: Milwaukee Brewers vs St. Louis Cardinals, Philadelphia Phillies vs Arizona Diamondbacks, Minnesota Twins vs New York Yankees, Miami Marlins vs Cincinnati Reds, and New York Mets vs Los Angeles Dodgers, which are happening on Thursday, August 19, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, our new Patreon, as a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Milwaukee Brewers vs St. Louis Cardinals. As hot as the Cardinals had been before Tuesday's loss, it's important to note that they were beating up on cannon fodder. The Cardinals swept a pair of last-place teams in the Royals and Pirates, while taking 2 of 3 in another set with Kansas City. Facing tougher competition, we saw the Cardinals' bats fall silent, and that ended up leading to a shutout loss. They have been scoring runs at a good rate, as the Brew Crew is averaging 4.64 runs per game this year. Milwaukee has been doing extremely well this season away from their home, as they have the second highest rout ops at .751, while scoring 5.03 runs per game. Right fielder Avisail Garcia has been doing pretty well this season, as he has an .820 ops with 21 home runs and 70 RBI, while stealing 6 bases in 10 attempts. If the Brewers can figure out how to continue hitting well, it will do wonders for their chances at winning the NL Central. My betting advice for that game is to pick Milwaukee Brewers. Philadelphia Phillies vs Arizona Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks are scheduled to hand the ball to left-hander Madison Bumgarner for the finale game of their series at Chase Field on Thursday. The 32-year-old has quietly put together a bounce-back season in 2021 and comes into the series finale riding some momentum. Bumgarner has surrendered 2 earned runs or fewer in each of his last 6 starts since the All-Star break, while completing at least 6 innings in every outing during that span. In his previous trip to the mound, Bumgarner held the San Diego Padres to 2 runs in 6 T-frames, but was rendered with a no decision on the night. In 18 starts, he is 6-7 with a 4.30 ERA. It's hard to argue with the price that you're getting with the home team here. Bumgarner has been one of the hottest pitchers in baseball since the All-Star break, while Wheeler has started to trend in the wrong direction, posting a 3.38 ERA over his previous 4 starts. Arizona has struggled for the better part of the season, but it has suddenly won 5 of its last 6 games. The Philadelphia Phillies are an average offensive team this season, as their .722 ops this year is good for 17th in the majors. They are sitting just outside of the top 10 in walks this season, as they have 416 total, 3.5 walks per game. During the month of August, Philly has been scoring at a good rate, as they are averaging 4.8 runs per game. Right fielder Bryce Harper has been heating up, as he has a .989 ops with 22 home runs and 50 RBI, while also stealing 12 bases on 13 attempts. If Philadelphia can continue to hit as well as they have been lately, they can be a real factor in the race for the NL East crown. My betting advice is to pick Philadelphia Phillies. Minnesota Twins vs New York Yankees. Thursday's game pits 2 of baseball's hottest teams against each other, but the Yankees have the upper hand heading into the series opener. With the series occurring within Yankee Stadium, a lineup built for the right field porch is ready to see a fair share of home runs hit. Adam Taillon, having one of the better runs of starts in his career, leaves the Yankees looking like they're destined for another low-scoring affair. For the Twins, the lineup continues to come together, but haven't seen a pitcher like Taillon in a while, and his ability to keep Minnesota off balance will do wonders in the series opener. Minnesota is already looking to next season and focusing on improving its pitching staff. The Twins are 26th in baseball in team ERA at 4.85, 18th in WHIP at 1.32, and opposing hitters are averaging .257 at the plate against Minnesota pitching. Minnesota's leader in wins and strikeouts. My betting advice for that game is to pick Yankees. Quick reminder, you can get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on our partner sportsbook BetUS after you open an account using our link down below and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES when making your deposit. New York Mets vs Los Angeles Dodgers. It is the classic scenario, a team on a hot streak versus a team that is struggling. Los Angeles is playing exceptionally well, while New York is battling to get themselves back above .500. They proved they can play the Dodgers tough last weekend, losing 2 of those 3 games in extra innings, but a loss is still a loss. It would look like New York would have an edge with the Dodgers not having many starting pitchers available to them anymore, but they have done the job having to fill in as needed. Taijuan Walker was sharp in his last start. He went 6.2 innings and gave up 2 hits, 3 walks, 1 earned run, and struck out 8 batters in his last start against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Walker has a record of 7-7 with a 3.75 ERA, 1.18 WHIP, and a 110/44 KBB ratio in 22 starts this season. Opposing batters are hitting just .220 against Walker. He has really struggled since the All-Star break. Walker has given up 3 earned runs or more in 5 out of his last 6 starts. He has also given up 2 home runs or more in 4 out of the last 6 starts. He really needed to have a good game in his last start after 5 consecutive poor starts. A.J. Pollock and Matt Beattie each drove in a pair of runs to lead Los Angeles to a 4-3 victory over the Pirates. David Price started for Los Angeles, allowing 2 runs in 4.2 innings, but it would be Corey Knebel earning the victory with 1.1 innings of scoreless relief. Kenley Jansen came on to close out the contest for his 25th save of the season. My betting advice for that game is to pick Los Angeles Dodgers. Miami Marlins vs Cincinnati Reds. There are plenty of factors that have contributed to this steep line on Cincinnati, but bettors can play the run line at -110. An obvious factor in this series is going to be motivation. The Reds are right in the mix for an NL wildcard spot, while Miami's season is essentially over at this point. Cincinnati is also in the better scheduling spot, continuing its homestand. Miami is having to play on Wednesday night before traveling to Cincinnati. Miami has an odd tendency to go on streaks, whether they're winning streaks or losing streaks. It's been their forte since July 24th when they beat the Padres and would go on a 3-game losing streak. Since then, the Marlins have had a 4-game losing streak, a 2-game winning streak, a 5-game losing streak, and a 4-game winning streak before falling into their current 3-game losing streak. Phew. Unfortunately for the Marlins, they have little to no chance to make the playoffs, as they're 14 games behind the first-place Braves and 15 out of the wild card. Cincinnati is coming off an extremely disappointing series given the circumstances. The Reds are squarely in the mix for an NL wildcard spot, but they lost their final 2 games in a 3-game series against the Cubs. They picked up a 14-5 win on Monday before losing 2-1 on Tuesday and 7-1 on Wednesday. Chicago shipped away most of its key players before the trade deadline, so Cincinnati was expected to take care of business. The Reds are still right there in the hunt, though, trailing San Diego by 2 games in the standings. Their offense ranks 5th in the MLB, with a team batting average of .253. Right fielder Jesse Winker leads the team with 129 hits and a .307 average. Outfielder Nick Castellanos has been excellent as well, recording 120 base knocks at a .313 clip. Rookie third baseman Jonathan India has 107 hits during what has been an impressive debut. They will be facing a Miami pitching staff that is number 11 with a team ERA of 3.84. Right-hander Luis Castillo is going to start for Cincinnati on Thursday. He allowed 3 runs across 6.2 innings against Philadelphia in his last start. Castillo has 5 quality starts in his last 6 appearances. My betting advice for that game is to pick Cincinnati -1.5.